The South Dakota Attorney General's office is asking for the public's help in finding a missing teenager who's considered to be endangered.
16-year-old Alyssa Fortner was last seen late Friday night in Fort Pierre. Authorities say she took her personal belongings from her home and turned off her cell phone, but she does not have her required medication with her.
She's believed to have left with an unknown woman in a dark gray or black car with a taillight out on the passenger side. Call law enforcement if you have any information about Fortner.
A Sioux Falls man is facing charges after crashing an SUV into a tree over the weekend in Lincoln County.
The sheriff's office says the driver was heading west on 276th Street north of Canton Saturday afternoon when the vehicle went into the ditch, jumped a field approach, and struck the tree.
The 33-year-old man was arrested for DUI and having no driver's license or insurance.
A sandbagging operation is underway after a lake flooded in Beadle County.
According to the Beadle County Emergency Management, homes are threatened after Lake Byron flooded Sunday morning. You can see the water is up to several people's knees in the pictures.
Volunteers from surrounding fire departments and the community are helping place sandbags to limit property damage.
Well, now let's get a check on this morning's weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right. Good morning, Summer. Good morning, everybody. Cool air this morning. Temperatures in the 40s to cover central and eastern South Dakota throughout much of Minnesota. As numbers this afternoon, I think will be a lot like what we had yesterday. 60s for some in eastern South Dakota, for many across western Minnesota. Otherwise, a lot of us probably in the 70s this afternoon. And Brian will have more details on the forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. It was a weekend of giving at 605 Running Company in Sioux Falls.
At both of its locations, the running shop donated 10% of in-store sales. On Saturday, 605 raised money for ALS, and on Sunday it partnered with the Alzheimer's Association.
I actually had an employee that helps me time races. His name's Paul Westendorf, and it was his idea. He was at a area restaurant, was doing the same thing. And he's like, it makes a ton of sense where you get people to come in the door and they do something they already want to do. Who doesn't love buying shoes?
Coke says on Saturday sales were up 14% year to date from last year.
You'll find a Sioux Falls sneaker store at a new location.
PB and Thrift moved to the Bridges at 57th Street. The store has also rebranded.
The name initially started through the TikTok page that I mentioned earlier, and through that we just kind of outgrew it. PBT, new logo, new merchandise, new everything, which is part of the rebrand.
Owner Victor Hernandez-Diaz says the new location will serve them well and to help them grow as Sioux Falls grows.
4 of the top 25 teams in Division I college volleyball are in Sioux Falls for the AVCA First Serve Showcase at the Sanford Pentagon tonight.
The doubleheader begins at 5:30 as reigning national champion Penn State, who is ranked number 2 in the country, takes on 14th ranked Kansas. Then at 7:30, 11th ranked Minnesota battles number 9 Texas A&M.
The event also featured games in Lincoln, Nebraska this weekend, all with the mission of helping to grow the game of volleyball here in the Midwest.
This is a new area for us, and I know volleyball has really grown here in the last couple years, and hopefully we can show some young girls what we do and encourage them to keep playing.
It's great to see like a bunch of new people in the facility and just coming to this new event. I think it's really fun for our team and like other girls too.
We'll have highlights and results from the action tonight on air and online.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, as we watch our weather here for today, it looks like a mild afternoon after a cool start to the morning with those 40s, but recovering back into the upper 60s and low 70s for many of us this afternoon. Overall, most locations will stay dry. Maybe a couple of sprinkles or brief showers south of winter later today. There's just a small hint of that. Otherwise, we would forecast tonight more of the same with those 40s pretty likely across eastern Ketherland. And it looks like as we kick off your Tuesday, another nice day if you like these cooler temperatures, but we are starting to get a little more warmth back in western Ketherland. Right around 80 in winter, 81 degrees in Rapid City later tomorrow. Clouds may be a little thicker too, as a general rule in the west. Now, it's interesting as we get into Wednesday and Wednesday night. You see around Sioux Center, Iowa, there's just a little hint of some rain that could come back, and we're kind of watching a trend going into southwest Minnesota Wednesday evening as well. We are going going to continue to monitor that, but that may end up materializing at least into a 20% chance of rain in the southeast. And then we think into the weekend. Well, here comes the rain chance. Yep, it's back there on Friday in the Black Hills, and I would say there's a reasonable chance that some of that will march eastward. So as you make your Saturday, Sunday, and Monday plans, check in on the weather forecast because the rain could make an appearance at times, and that's something we'll be following. 73 our temperature today in Yankton, 73 in Chamberlain. We'll end on our 7-day forecast. Right now we're going to hit that rain chance at about 30% late Saturday into Sunday, but it's day 7, so let's keep an eye on the trend there. Temperatures not bad, 75 to 80. We'll call it most of the week ahead. So that's pretty good for this time of the year. Aberdeen in the Northeast, we're closer to 80 by midweek, and that's about as warm as it's going to get. Not a hot week at all. And then rain chances, too, could pick up here by Saturday into Sunday. And I do think Pierre and Rapid City also will be watching the timeline a little faster for folks in western South Dakota. But the system is originating to our west, so it looks like there will be some scattered rain chances Friday, Saturday, possibly into Sunday for the Black Hills. Check out more details online at kettleland.com.